Hello, hello, and welcome to the daily 1 hour political tarot reading here on the Black and Orange channel. I should have a mouse somewhere. I'm here. I have everything, and I have no mouse. Oh yeah, it's a really oh, there it is. Why is it over there on the shelf? Yeah, we're professional. We've got a professional thing going here. Sorry. Hey, okay, now we're cooking with gas. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with me. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, goodness. Goodness. All right. And you're live. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware I'm live. Oh, dear. Okay, so thank you for being here. We don't have a lot less people than normal. Have I been putting people off with what I've been doing with the presidential thing, or just let me know. But usually I take normally I take the first 10 or 15 minutes and I get your questions. Put anything in all caps that's directed at me. That's kind of the workaround we have here. So I know you're talking to me. Just put everything in all caps. Otherwise, type normally, because people here are really friendly, for which I'm very grateful. Very grateful. We have the best moderators on the internet, which is amazing, and I feel so blessed. Do I have my mic on? I should. Oh, goodness. Hang on. What if I do this? Okay. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Okay, well, all right. Sound is better. Good. All right. I'm just gonna move forward. Hopefully you know how grateful I am. And I'm sorry for new people. I'm just gonna plow forward here. I just want to take a few minutes and just quickly look at James Madison. James Madison is problematic. He was our fourth president, and I always say that I'm so completely off my game today. Oh. I always say that Donald Trump is the worst president we've ever had. And it's like, well, let's look at it. So every day I'm taking just a few minutes to just look at each one president. And in September, it's going to be, today's the 4th, so it's the 4th president. If you come back on the 16th, we'll be doing Lincoln. And it isn't even so much them personally, but it's who was James Madison, all 5'4", 100 pounds soaking wet. James Madison, was he a better president than Donald Trump? He had been Secretary of State under Jefferson, I believe. He coordinated the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the U.S. He married a 26-year-old widow, whose husband had died from yellow fever, and then she had it off and on. And there was, I think I read that there was talk that he was somewhat sickly as well. Uncover the news. Hey, Kristen's here. James Madison had Americans invade Canada in the spring of 1814, and he learned why not to mess with Canada on August 24th, 1814. Excellent. Dave, he was decent. Well, apparently he was relatively sickly, and so was his wife. But she was very, very popular, and in Washington, D.C., and it really helped him and really set the stage for First ladies, I've got nothing but buffering here. I am going to have to refresh this, which means I'm so sorry. I might lose some of the early chat, but I need this thing to be working. Hopefully I didn't lose all of it. So hopefully we're not so far in that things have stopped working. Okay, so the question now, the thing is though, oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry to hear that you're having trouble today. Madison, the problem, because like with a lot of these early guys, best of my knowledge, Madison owned some slaves. Yay. Jerk. I do stronger language, but I try to keep things clean around here. So there's that, which is unforgivable. He did a lot of and he's considered by historians an above average president. So anyway, I'm just going to ask a simple question. Was this jerk, because he was a slave owner, so he's not going to, I'll never call him a good guy. That's just not going to happen. Because all these slave owners, they didn't have to be. They were people who were against slavery then. Just because you had money didn't mean you had to own slaves. They chose to. And that's disgusting. So, but the question of the day is, was James Madison a better president than Donald J. Trump? So hang on, close my eyes here. I've been surprised at just what strong personalities, I shouldn't be, but I'm surprised at what strong personalities some of these presidents have had in ways I was a little surprised. Jefferson seemed more reserved than I thought he would be. Adams was much more a firecracker than I expected him to be. Madison, it seems like he raised his voice to be heard. He was very conscious of the height issue, his size. But I'm getting real efficiency. And he wasn't a traitor. August 24th, 1814, the British burned Washington for invading Canada. Yep. James Madison, Pisces sun, Pluto retrograde, conjunct his ascendant in Sagittarius, Scorpio moon. Pisces sun, Scorpio moon. So, well, lots of emotions, passionate, and Pluto on people's ascendant is generally somebody who's going to have a great effect on the era. So he has been judged. He has been judged on the other side. He knows what he did. For what it's worth, he knows what he did. He also he was also part of taking a lot of Native American land. So he knows what he's done, and he still carries that. Yep, you can't hide. That's one of the things I'll say this about reading. Once you start reading regularly, you realize pretty early on that it's surprising that people think they can keep so many secrets, that they can act certain ways in private or in things they've done over here, and then put on this completely different face over here. And it's like no one's ever going to know. But the reality is all that stuff you've done is just sitting in your energy field. It's just right there. So when you pass on, when your physical form is done, you have this symbiotic relationship with your spirit, your soul. And just because the physical body is done, that whole thing is still intact. Your whole soul is intact. It has all the information, everything. So it can't have all the information if the information isn't sitting there the whole time, and it is. It's just sitting there. So it just surprises me that people think, oh, I'll do all this stuff over here and no one will ever know. Yeah, they will. And for psychics, or even psychics, people who spiritually believe in this sort of thing, they just need to they just can go into your energy field and be like, oh, maybe not specifics, but you get the general idea. Anyway, so when you pass over, you bear the weight. You know, you bear all of it. You feel all of it. So, all right. So he knows exactly what he did, and he carries the shame of it. That's good. Sorry, but it's good that he's aware. All right, but was James Madison a better president than Donald Trump? And that is a pretty low bar. Okay, let me see what I've got here. I've got the High Priestess, I've got Justice, Four of Cups, Queen of Swords, Chariot. What this feels like is he had detractors in his time. Both of them had the serious detractors. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But this is the card I get for, it can be law investigators, the state. He was Secretary of State, then he was president. But moving the interests of the state forward in a very consequential way. Whereas Donnie over here has got secrets, lies, nefariousness, and a whole lot of court in front of him. This is moving the country forward or back in some respects, but this is lies leading to justice coming down on him, and this has nothing to do with improving the country. So I would say, based on these cards, Madison did have the interests of the country, or a whole lot more people. Let's put it that way. He had the interests of a whole lot more people in mind. Yes, sweetheart. Yes, sweetie. We have lots of things to read today. Yes. And I'm going to copy the, oh, cards fell. You're fine. You don't need to jump. Sorry. It's one of those days. I have just dropped half the cards. Oh wow, it really went nuts. It's discombobulated day here on the Black and Orange channel. Okay, but we need to read on Trump. Oh yeah, I'm going to get your questions now, and I'm going to put them in the chat because, doing the entire timestamping from scratch. Yeah, I did that, and yeah, that took me. I think I finished yesterday with post-production at like 4 o'clock. The kitty was here a minute ago, but I dropped the cards. It scared him. He ran away. I don't know why he's such a scaredy cat. That makes no sense to me, considering he's. Anyway. Oh, I saw Mr. Rogers' widow unloading on Trump. He's just a horrible person. Yep. Holly saying Madison's childhood nickname was Jemmy. Any idea why? Okay. So let's start at the top. Uncover the news. Kristen's here, and now the news. Judges grilled Trump administration over excluding undocumented immigrants from census data. Someone please throw the book at him. Okay, thanks. World Health Organization has said it's clear the illness deaths are likely undercounted at this time. Yep. Uncover the news. Miles Taylor tweet, Mr. President, this is not true. You were angry that DHS notified federal buildings to lower the flags for Senator McCain. I would know because your staff called and told me. Yeah, we're reading on this. We're reading on this today. That's going up early on here. Because the selfish, self-centered jerk-in-chief has no concept of decency, honor, the usual. Oh, I put a link in the community area to a breakdown from 2015 of waiting, Trump talking to his lawyer while waiting during the Trump University scam thing. And oh my gosh, it was just I haven't had a chance to go look at the comments yet, but oh my gosh. President Harkonnen the Entitled. It was just ugh. He's so awful. He's so awful. Anyway. News. Thank you, Kristen, for doing this, for bringing the news. Key model predicts 400,000 coronavirus deaths in the U.S. by January. Yes, the economy brought back. They say they brought back 1.4 million jobs in this latest jobs report, and of course, Trump and his people are going to come out and say, open everything back up, everything's recovering, everything's fine. My message does not change. Please do not make my guides yell at you, because if my guides yell at you, they have to yell at you through me. And I don't want to yell at you. This is serious. They use a megaphone, and their message has not changed. Stay inside. Wear a mask. Wear gloves. Wipe things down. I still wipe down my groceries. I'm just keep yourself safe until there's a workable vaccine, and not a Trump vaccine, or because yeah, he's a con man. So I saw the great Kirsten Langston. She did a reading recently here where she was saying that she wouldn't be surprised if he got somebody to start injecting people with saline and saying, yeah, you're vaccinated now. And I probably should read on that at some point, because I wouldn't put that past him either. I really wouldn't. Okay, Ricky's asking, will Trump lose the votes from servicemen and women? Yeah, okay, that's right here. We're doing that. Okay, James Madison. Wondering Eyes one of our great moderators, one with Cappy's mom, who's right there as well. We used to get assurances that there were still adults working in the White House. Did they leave now? Yes. Oh yes, absolutely. I don't even need to pick up a card. And it's probably, you can kind of just go through your head who's around Trump now, and it's nobody good. Okay, more from Kristen. Trump's lunacy becomes even more terrifying as Bill Barr makes it clear he will do anything to keep the president in power. Yeah, it's terrifying. Yep, it's terrifying. Maria, I wonder if Elon Musk is a good guy or a nefarious individual. I've never read on him. I probably should. And considering how important he is right now, I should probably check on that because it's very much political. I'm not going to read on his personal life because, whew, no, it's like things he's doing are going to have a huge, potentially huge impact. Okay, more news. Because of the huge gap in numbers between Canada and the US, Anthony Fauci says he supports the border closure. Yes, because now we are pariahs. Yeah, thanks, Trump. Joe Biden blasts Trump over reported comments on the military. I'm always cautioned not to lose my temper. This may be as close I've come in this campaign. Oh, yeah. Yep. Our rank and file military personnel voting for Trump. Okay, it's on the list. Will there be a red mirage scenario? Mirage. Is that where people vote on the day and it looks like Trump will win, but they count the mail-in votes and it goes swings for Biden? He's going to try all kinds of stuff. I honestly, I'm the energy I'm reaching out for the energy, and it's just it just feels like just sit, vote, and on election day just sit down, put your feet up if you've after you voted, and just Trump's going to Trump. So there was hello sweetheart. Maria saying even a stone is a better president than minus 45. I agree. Hello, cuteness. Hello, good boy. You're so precious. Joe Biden's taking questions now. It jumped, and I lost a lot. Hi. How you doing? Oh, come on. You okay? You okay, sweetie? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. You are precious. You are precious. Good boy. Good boy. Please quit eating that plant. That poor plant. The other one is starting to recover, but that one isn't. Okay, moving on. Democrats accuse Trump of rushing census to influence congressional redistricting. Yes. Okay, we need to read on that because, yeah, they're screwing around. They're screwing around with that. And is that what's in court right now? That they're messing around with the census? Is that what's going on there? Okay. All right, census. And Ricky, and take a bath or shower every day. I do. You can't smell me, but I do. Uncover news. Just in, Trump said there's no need to apologize over a fake story about the fallen soldier remarks. But he said it. People coming out of the woodwork saying he said it. Let's see his. Anyway, Autumn, I appreciate your lessons in history. It's refreshing. Oh, thank you, Maria. Okay, winning in Massachusetts and jump to the end. So, okay, so I've got enough questions here. Oh, yeah, Ricky, pop some Jiffy Pop popcorn on election night because it's going to be interesting. Yep. Leaked census document warns of possible serious errors in the 2020 counts, says Holly. All right. So we'll look at that. Okay, so let me get going here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of this. Much appreciated, really much appreciated. Okay. All right, this is kind of, all right, this kind of goes here. All right. So I think we should probably start with, did Trump say those awful things? I know it's a waste of time, but let's say those awful things about our brave service members. Hello, Kitty. Will Trump lose votes? Did he say them? Did he say them? Will irrefutable proof come out? About it? And will he lose votes from servicemen and women? Okie dokie. All right. Oh, because Russian lessons are expensive. Vote because Russian lessons are expensive. I like that, Kristen. Thank you. I like that a lot. Ricky, sorry, Autumn. I mean, everyone take a shower to help not spread the virus. True. If you go out, come home, change your clothes. At least change your clothes if you not have a shower. And it may sound extreme, but it's not. This thing's still deadly. My mother still has COPD. My sisters are not quite as, they're not germaphobes like I am. But I if there was something on me and I gave something to my mom, I would never forgive myself as long as I lived. So, all right, where are we? We're at 29. All right, trying to give the jerk in chief the benefit of the doubt, which he doesn't remotely deserve. But all right, did Trump really stand there next to John? Weren't they visiting John Kelly's son's grave in section 60? Do I have that correct? And saying, why do it? What did they get out of it? Being upset when the flags were at half staff for McCain. We already knew about what he put in Marla Maples' prenup agreement. that if she joined the military, she would be basically disowned, and he could stop giving paying child support. Anyway. Oh, guess what? Trump has heartburn. Kind of like he's giving us heartburn. Look, what it feels like is he said the things, but he's now telling absolutely everybody around him he didn't, and he knows he's lying, but he's just repeating it and repeating it and repeating it until it's the only thing. You know what this is? It just dawned on me. I just remembered something. There's something called, I believe it's called, in psychology, it's called the gold diamond paradox. Something like that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the gold diamond paradox is basically the upshot is if you need to lie about something, if you need to hide something, then you need to do it like 24 hours a day. I mean, you absolutely, like, I remember someone I know who has ended up with a PhD in psychology. She was writing a story, and it was about this woman who could see, fairies and spirits and all this stuff, and she didn't want people to think she was this character. She didn't want the character to think, people to think she was crazy, so she would just ignore it and just pretend it wasn't there. But that meant she had to do that 24 hours a day because it had to be a secret. So no matter what the circumstances, no matter what happened, so that's this, you repeat it, you do it 24 hours a day, and then it's believable, at least to a certain extent. But you can't deny reality forever. And it was fiction, so of course the thing was real, and on and on. Yeah, and don't get near the unicorns. They were gross. Anyway. That's what he's doing. That's what Trump's doing. Right now, he's telling absolutely everybody who will listen and people who don't want to listen and people who've already heard it 10 times today and yesterday that he never said those things. He never said this. Everybody knows he said those things. Even the people he's talking to are like, yeah, I've heard you say stuff like that. But sure, okay, yeah, exactly. That's disgusting. How could anyone think that of you, Mr. President? Institutions. Yeah, he's messed with the wrong institution. Because he does mess with the institutions all the time, but this one, yeah, not a good idea. Temperance, Chariot, Tower. This is how we treat our fallen, or we try to, at least, bring them home, show respect. Major Arcana, it's a very gentle procession, very respectful procession. What? Kristen, uncover the news. Pentagon orders shutdown of the Stars and Stripes newspaper. What? Why? Yeah, and he wants wounded veterans to be kept on the military parade. This is the tower right in the middle. Judgment. People, there's a card for the reading, and then so far I've pulled out 4 more cards. Every single one of these is Major Arcana. All 6 of these cards are major arcana. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt him. Ow. This is the Trump facing the judgment of the family, the families, the people, the loved ones, the children of the fallen service member, the disabled. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. People, this is not going to end well for him. This is an institution. He should just have kept his mouth shut, but he's incapable of keeping his mouth shut. And the blowback is swift and sure and long lasting. Let's see what form this tower is going to take. Is it going to be, because anyone who's really, really, really new to tarot, the tower is a fire flames. In this one, there's this crown on top of the tower that's falling, people falling, whole thing going up in flames. Usually it's hit by lightning, or it's not good. Cat saying, my grandfather died in the Battle of the Bulge. He's not a loser. Yeah, no kidding. Sent to why? Any diverted funds from the military. Dave says Stars and Stripes is for retired military to stay in contact with friends that are still with us. Rob D, hurt him? Good, I cackle. Good. I like that, Rob. What form is this going to take? Holy. When's the last time I got a reading with 6 major arcana all in a row? Oh, Kristen, that's funny about Biden. But anyway, all right, what form is this tower going to take? Is this just the devastation that these families have faced? Bless them. Bless them. Or is this, that feels like it's Trump's tower. Kaboom. Bashar, has Joe Biden just crossed himself before answering a question about Donald J. Trump suggesting voting twice? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, tower. This is big. Huge, bigly, massive tower. What form is a tower going to take? Is that for Trump? Well, people know, people know what Biden has gone through. They know his, yeah. Kathy Anderson, I'm brave. Trump is the big loser. Yes, indeed. And thank you, Kathy. Again, thank you forever. I'll say it every day if I need to. Thank you for your service and what you have given to this country. Thank you. Overflow of emotion. Not sure where I'm getting the merchant. It feels like a merchant card, but oh, this is going to hurt Trump. Donation numbers could be hit really hard. America's not impressed. Even Trump supporters, not impressed. Well, Democrats don't like him anyway. But this feels like there were some like merchants, some business owners who are suddenly cooling off. But okay, so let's have a look here. Did he say it? I'd say yes. Did he say these things? Yes. Allison, I don't know much about tarot, but 6 major arcana is huge. Yes. Yes, the man who had 5 draft deferments for a 4-year degree. Oh, and his bone spurs, you know. His bone spurs, which, funny, doesn't seem to have anymore. Never seemed to influence or give him any trouble. Okay, so is more proof going to come out? Where are we? We're at 41. Yeah, I mean, I really only have until about 2 o'clock to do all the post-production and everything. And, whew, doing everything from scratch yesterday was, wow. Hello, Connie. His bones, yeah, the cat's saying his bone spurs didn't seem to affect him when he was on WWE. Yeah. Or when he's golfing, or cadet bone spurs. Favorite soup, cream of chicken. I like that, Ricky. So is more proof going to come out? Is more proof of Trump calling, is there any kind of irrefutable proof going to come out of Trump calling service people who've lost their lives losers, or saying the disabled shouldn't be, I'm sorry, I'm getting sick to my stomach even saying those words, that the disabled shouldn't show themselves in public, shouldn't show themselves in public things like parades, because nobody wants to see that. I mean, how small, sick, pathetic do you have to be to not appreciate truly and be grateful for everything these people have done for us? Is any like proof? Thank you, Crystal. Okay, irrefutable proof. Pink saying, is it harder to walk on ramps with lifts in your shoes when you have bone spurs? Oh, okay. This is the ships coming in, what you've sent out coming back to you. Oh, let's hope so. Susan saying, I bet any military member would be happy to take care of 45's bone spurs. Yeah. Oh, Melissa, my dad was disabled. Bless. Okay, let me get to this. Irrefutable proof. Strength. Oh, so much coming forward, and there's the strength behind it, not only of the evidence, it feels like, but of the force of the reaction. Definitely weakening Trump's political support, Trump's place. Quiet as a tomb. See, I would say that this will just die down and things will go back to normal, but this really is a tomb. I mean, that's not a person, that's a sculpture. And these are people who donate money to the Republicans. So let me get a qualifier on that, because that could very well be people who are so upset that the money starts drying up. Or it could be that we move on to, let's see, it's Friday, this was Thursday, Friday's crisis, there'll be Saturday's crisis, So is this Four of Swords? Is this, tell me more about the Four of Swords. What form does this take? Or does, because the response is huge and it does weaken him. So then what happens? Institution. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of hard to erase. Victory. Sadness. Why am I missing a card? I'm missing a card. Kind of like he's missing decency, morals, ethics. Sword of Truth. Sword of Truth, institutions. Okay. So victory, sadness. So this would be the Bella Woods. Yes, the Trump referred to the more than 1,800 Marines who lost their lives at Bella Woods as suckers for getting killed. Retreat, hell, we just got here. All right, so decisions. Victory, disappointment. Decision. Oh, that's the military. And him playing it being tough. This is a real soldier. Let me see if I can steady my hand enough and hold this up. Okay, on the left, you have a real soldier. On the right, you have Mr. I'm going to play at being a soldier. Look how tough I am. Oh, yeah. How pathetic. Grr. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Melissa. So that's the reaction. Is there going to be more proof? Holding still. Because Kelly hasn't said anything publicly. Trump trying to hold on to his base even tighter. Because his base is shrinking a little bit. And then we have a King of Swords and Temperance. Yeah, this is not, if you said you have, hey, you know, I'm running to be mayor or whatever, and the election's in 2 months. You know, I've had this little scandal, but well, you know, how will I do? Because I'm getting voters standing still. I'm getting, if you're a Republican, your base just having to hold on tightly. And this is, I mean, it's a sword. It's the military. It's a King of Swords. But there's this Temperance card. These are not the cards of, oh yeah, people love you. They're just gonna keep you know, more people are gonna vote for you. No, he won't lose everybody, but he's gonna, yeah, this is gonna hurt. This is going to hurt him. So, is there anything else down here on that? Yeah, he's gonna lose votes. Yep. Ricky, Autumn, never mind. I won't stoop to that level. I'm so sorry, Ricky. I don't know what you said originally. Sorry, I was... Rhonda, nice card, so sparkling like your nails. Thank you. Link is in the description. It is the Art Nouveau Tarot. Okay. All right. Let's look at... You know what? Let's just get this out of the way. 51. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Viola. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, 183rd day of the illness, shortness of breath, stuck in bed. Thanks, Autumn and friends, for keeping me company this whole time. Oh my gosh. Autumn, if I say a curse word, are you mad at me? Go ahead, Ricky. If it's about Trump, go ahead. Let's take a second here. Let's send positive. Let's send... We are all connected, and we are all connected to the divine. And there's nothing you can do to... You can never really break that. We are in this together. So all you have to do is ask the divine to just send as much positive light to Viola, to everyone who is suffering, for everyone who is hurting. Just as much divine, just powerful, positive, beautiful energy into the world, into everyone who needs it. And just light up the world with divine energy. Okay. All right. Ricky, I agree. Okay, so Elon Musk, just going to quickly read on him. Oh, look, I know he's a genius and everything, but yuck. His energy feels not nice. Not nice. It's cobbled together. It's weird. Thank you, John. Dedicated to all our soldiers. Thank you. Thank you. It's weird. And he just revels in the mad scientist trope. This role. He's just embraced the mad scientist role. And I love eccentrics. Trust me, I love eccentrics. But this is not just being eccentric. Elon Musk. If I knew this guy, like if somebody wanted to, I mean, like, I'm a single woman, and someone was like, hey, come meet Elon Musk, and I went to like meet him or see, I'd be like, oh, thanks, okay, I got a thing. Yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, his energy, I wouldn't, no thanks. The world, because he's all about the world, as in he's the world, he's the Bismo. Elon Musk sounds like the name of a cheap cologne you'd buy at the 99-cent store. Dave, billionaires are not nice. They hoard money just to keep the people down and prevent them from living a full life. His energy's not good. Musk is not a genius. He has cobbled together his genius from other people's work. That I completely believe, Marilyn. There's even in its energy, it feels like a crane that would build things, but it's small. Hermit, lovers. It's like a cult. But if you're looking for anything emotional, you are going to be sorely disappointed. He's stunted. but he's showy. Look at me, look at me, look at me. It feels like he's going to just keep on being in the public eye for a while. He's creepy, but Tesla's doing good things. And Bouchard is meeting Musk is right up there with meeting Junior. Yeah. Yeah. So what's going to happen to Musk? Well, he's here to do something big in the world. The problem is he is stunted. Spiritually, emotionally, something. He's yeah, there's a whole level of chaos and ego and look at me, I'm the mad genius. Look at me, I'm the mad genius. Look at me, I'm the mad genius. Look at me, look at me, look at me. You're not looking at me. You're not looking at me. And it's like, oh gosh. Yeah, and don't expect. He doesn't have like 5 or 6 kids by like different women. You can't expect. I think he might be high functioning autistic, says Cat. I wouldn't be surprised. Alexander saying doing good things doesn't necessarily mean he's doing bad too. He isn't doing bad too. Yep. Apparently Musk and Amber Heard are fighting over frozen embryos. Yeah. Yeah, those are two really emotionally intelligent individuals. If you're expecting love, yeah, you're gonna get a payoff, and that's about it. And he's got so much money, it doesn't even faze him. It's like you're not even important enough to fight. Just take the money, go away. People will be able to look back on things he's done and say, oh, you know, he did this and that and the other, but it's going to be like a Howard Hughes kind of, only more chaotic and more selfish, more yeah, I'm done. Yuck. I have this list. It's literally a list of these rules and guidelines I live by. And number 2 on the list is drama belongs in fiction. Or as the author Balzac, Honor, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, Balzac, he was saying, be regular in your habits so that you may be extraordinary in your art. And yeah. Howard Hughes, Cat Shepherd saying, Howard Hughes, Andrew Carnegie, Lance Armstrong. Alexander, that felt so accurate. I don't know what that refers to. Okay, so, yeah, now let's go on to the census. I just wanted to bring that up. Okay, 59. I've never read on the guy, and frankly, I never want to again. Ever. All right, census, 2020 census. And don't forget that in October, we're going into a Mercury retrograde, which means if they try to bring it out during a Mercury retrograde, it's already pretty much guaranteed they'll have to revisit it, redo it, revisit it, or it'll fall on its face. Let me see here. Sean saying Musk launched the wrong dummy into space. Yeah. Census. Reach my energy. The 2020 census. I'm getting a picture of paper and a picture of Swiss cheese. The cheese with all the holes. Kristen, do we know why the Pentagon is ordering Stars and Stripes to stop publication? Is it just all moving online, or is this, do we know? But right now, census. 2020 census. It's a lie. The whole thing's a lie, and we know it. And it comes out, or they're talking about it. They're trying to put it out, and it's like, it's a lie. The whole thing's a lie. Everybody knows it's a lie. And it doesn't go into effect because it's probably going to go and end up in court. Yuck, I hate Swiss cheese. We cover the news lack of funding. Oh, jeez. It's just coincidental that it would come out on the day after it comes out. Trump said all of these disparaging things about the military. Okay. Four of Cups. Census. Four of Cups. Yeah, it's a mismatch between what is needed and things aren't resourced where they should. Some people end up with more and other people end up with nothing. And doing that on an institutional, massive governmental scale. Yeah, I'm thinking courts. Investigations, lots of investigations. Star. The stars in the flag, the US flag, the different states. Temperance. It feels like it's going to have to be redone. So is this going to end up in court? Is this going to end up in Congress? Is this feels very strong, this suspension, the Hanged Man. It's a mess. It is an absolute mess. The Messenger. The Queen of Swords there, King of Swords here. It's illusion. Total fabrication. And Democrats moving, active Democrats. It's not even necessarily Democrats in power, just active Democrats fighting against this fool who thinks he can steal anything he wants. And he really does think he can steal anything he wants. Okay, so are they successful? Will it be redone? Will they be successful at redoing the census or fixing it, or is this going to be is this going to go into effect and we're stuck with it for the next 10 years? Are we stuck with Trump's fake, false, politically expedient census? Ooh, that would be corruption. Devil card. I cover the news. Kristen, I did see your post about the officers. I'm not sure we'll have time to cover it today, but we'll see. Okay, three of Pentacles. They were interrupted when they were crafting it by people under Trump's control. People are going to make money from Trump. People who have trusted the government before to do the right thing. He's basically, Trump is basically going to say that the country is whiter and only these people can. It's going to come down. No, nope. It's a lie. It's a lie, and people know it's a lie. It's not going to go. It feels like it's not even going to go into effect. But will they redo it? What's going to happen here? Will they redo it? All right, I've got Queen of Cups, so that's groups of Democrats working together. Four of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. It comes out later, not right away, but it comes out later how much influence Trump had over. This is evidence coming out. So I'm getting, the sense I'm getting is the whole thing is an outrage, but try not to stress about it, because it's not going to, this is another ploy that's not going to work. Yeah, Cat Shepherd, I agree. Trump for prison 2021. Susan saying, time to introduce Mr. Trump to Mr. Handcuffs. Yes. Chariot. Redo. Moving out again. Judgment. Rancor. And then this is Republicans fighting to go, oh no, the country is whiter. See, the country really is like this, and whiter, and only, basically only white people can vote. They're gonna fight because they know that they're losing influence. Anything else? They're terrified of losing power. But it's a new dawn. It's a new start of democratic power, of more young people coming up who want more equality. People who act on what's right, not just what's important to parties. This is what's coming, and if you're trying to, they're trying so hard to stop, to pretend this isn't what's going to happen. Say it won't be America anymore, and I'm super rich, and I'll have to leave because how dare they make me pay taxes, and taxes will be 90% of everything, and blah 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 blah. It's not going to stand. It won't. Or if it's, or maybe it doesn't even feel like it'll work for a hot minute, but who knows? Ricky, I'll donate those handcuffs because I lost the keys to them. I like that. All right. Let's see. I really should go here. But let me, was that it? Okay, that's the census, Musk, and then you guys, let's have a quick look. Breaking. White House threats could put U.S. Olympic athletes in the middle of an anti-doping funding fight. Video appears to show NYPD officers escorting pro-Trump counter-protesters into the Ford Taurus that moments later plowed through a crowd of Black Lives Matter marchers in Times Square. This is just appalling. Representative Louis Frankel tweeted, I never thought we'd have a president that disparages our troops. And every day Trump makes it more clear he has no idea what it means to sacrifice for this country. Yep. All right. So that's what I've got. All right. So that's going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. All right. And we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. Okay. So I will be back tomorrow, and hang in there. Try to be good to you, good to yourself today. Because I just, if nothing else, say, Autumn would want me to take a few minutes today to just sit and relax and send myself some positive energy, because that's exactly exactly what I do want. I want good things for you. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Hang in there. All right. Bye-bye.